obviously, you guys, entering game week here, but throughout this offseason, have you guys as players talked at all about state being picked to finish last in the West, and do you guys use that as motivation at all?
I mean, a little bit. It hasn't really come from the coaching staff and Coach Arnett or anybody like that. I think it's more so of just guys in the locker room. It's something we've definitely kind of talked about in the locker room, and definitely something that we kind of see how the outside world's kind of projecting us to finish last. But we don't take too much thought into it. Kind of just use it as motivation, and try and just go 1-0 every single week.
In the 21 season, you lost the Egg and the bowl game, had a difficult offseason. This year, you win the Egg and then win the bowl game, finish in the top 20. How much different maybe was it this year, maybe carrying over a little momentum from how you ended last year?
No, I mean, it's huge. Obviously, the game on Thanksgiving every year is the biggest game every single year. So anytime you can win that game, no matter the score, no matter, how you did it, it doesn't matter. It's something that we talk about and something that we kind of preach in the locker room. It doesn't matter how you're going to win that game, just win the game. So we were able to do that, and then we were able to go get a bowl victory after some difficult situations and circumstances. So I think any time that you can do that and really come together as a team, it's only going to benefit you, especially when you have so much guys coming back. We were a team that was older as it was last year, and then to have so many guys come back after some hard circumstances like that, I think it just really brings us close together, and I think you'll be able to see that come Saturday.
Will, when you combine all the guys that are back and then you talking about how kind of comfortable you've been with Barbe and this offense so far, and also your obviously experience as well, would you say this is like kind of the most confident you've been in a Mississippi State team kind of heading into a season?
No, I mean, I think definitely, this is the most confident I've ever been in my game. Obviously, you never want to like degress or anything like that over the years. So I've tried to get better every single year. So I think I've done that. I think I've continued to get better, and this week I'm just trying to get a little bit better each day. So just mainly trying to prepare myself for the game, trying to get ready, and like I said, I'm probably the most confident I've ever been.
We talked to Coach Barbe a couple weeks ago, and he said that you guys have gotten that relationship where you're kind of finishing the play calls for him, finishing his sentences for him. Did it surprise you how quickly you were able to pick up this offense?
No, not at all. I know who I am. I know how I work, and I know how I prepare. So obviously, I know there's some people that are going to have doubts about that if I can carry over into a new system, whatever it may be. But I have no doubts about myself in any system whatsoever. So. I think Coach Barbe's kind of figured that out, and like you said, I know what he's going to – I probably know his first third down call Saturday. So,
Well, what do you like about this new offense? Obviously, your whole career's been in the air raid, so there's been some changes, but what do you like about it?
Probably just like the rhyme and the reason of why we do everything. There's kind of like a why of why we're doing every little thing, whether it be a motion, a shift – what he's trying to set up for maybe another shot call in the second half. So there's kind of a rhyme and a reason for why Coach does everything that he does offensively. So to be able to sit in his office and learn about those things has been really cool for me. So that's probably my favorite thing, is just kind of really strategically game planning people and just seeing what's the rhyme and the reason of why you're doing this as a play caller.
Coach was just in here with a lot of praise for Seth Davis and the push he's made to be on that 2-deep depth chart. What has kind of been your impressions of him, beating out some veteran guys at least in the preseason and getting a chance to get big snaps in week one?
Oh, he's done a tremendous job. Seth's a guy. He came in January and just a quiet, kind of hard-working guy. Not the biggest guy, but at Mississippi State we don't care about that. We care about how you play, how you do your job, each individual play. So he's done a great job. He's just so quick. I was telling somebody the other day, like, once he gets to the second level, he can just kind of make just one move and go. He doesn't spend a lot of time just making his moves. He can just kind of, put one cut in the ground, put his foot in the ground, and get north and south pretty quick. So he's a guy that's done a really good job for us in fall camp, but he needs to continue to get better, just like everybody else on the team. Our progress doesn't stop after fall camp's over. We have to continue to get better week in and week out.
Will, with it being kind of again, like new offensive coordinator and some changes, and you guys practicing against yourselves this whole last month. How much of a measuring stick do you think Saturday can be to kind of assess where you all are at, and how excited are you to be able to kind of find out kind of where things stand with the offense, if it is?
I mean, I think it'll be a good test for us. Obviously, you know, it's been a huge challenge going against our defense the past month or so. You know, those guys are really good, but obviously a more, you know, quote unquote traditional scheme coming from these guys. Obviously, we run a 3-3-5 here at Mississippi State, so you know, it'll be a more traditional scheme. We're thinking Saturday, but I don't know. Like I say, we got to continue to get better. You know, I don't think if we play our best game offensively Saturday, you know, I don't think we're doing something right. I think we need to play extremely well Saturday, but then also continue to get better week in and week out. You know, Saturday doesn't need to be the finish line for us at all.
Coach Barbet has talked a lot about, you know, just building the scheme around the players in your offense compared to just kind of having his own scheme. Have you kind of seen your receivers just kind of being used, like, in their, like, strengths, like, being used, you know, what they're good at?
No, 100%. You know, I think that's, you know, people ask me all the time, what's the biggest difference and what do you like about Coach Barbet? And that's probably my favorite thing is just the fact that he can get, you know, his playmakers the ball anyway. You know, he's a guy that, you know, really utilizes his personnel. So I think he's done a great job kind of utilizing Tulu, Xavion, Woody, you know, whoever it may be, Seth Davis. So he does a really good job with that, just finding creative ways to get guys the ball.
I know you've talked in the past about, you know, staying off social media and not, you know, reading too much stuff, but do you use it as motivation at all that, you know, people are saying that you're going to struggle in a new offense and things like that?
No, 100%. Because at the end of the day, you know, people can say what they want to say, but you know, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna prepare harder than anybody we play, and so I use that as motivation. I keep that in the back of my mind. You know, kind of just write that down on a sticky note and remember who said what and when they said it. So, you know, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm excited for Saturday. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.